Namaste. 9 p.m. again and showtime. I am Manjusha Kelkar, founder of Breakthrough Higher Education. By now, you must be familiar with my platform. I operate from a platform called Breakthrough Higher Education, and you can that is my page name. So you can just go like, subscribe, so that whatever new things I am bringing up, you can just get the notification out of that. So the page name is Breakthrough Higher Education. I have highlighted it many times. Why I'm telling this, because many people have asked me कि मैम आप बोलते तो हैं लेकिन बताते नहीं हैं, तो हमें कहाँ विजिट करना है वो समझ में नहीं आता है. So yes, this is the name of my page, and that is Breakthrough Higher Education. Okay, so starting now with the today's topic. कल मुझे ये एक पहला क्वेश्चन आया जो मैं हाईलाइट करना चाहूंगी आपके सामने. एनी अदर ऑल्टरनेटिव. अभी कल मैंने इसके पहले इंडियन एमबीबीएस सिस्टम बताया, उसमें थोड़े फीस स्ट्रक्चर्स के बारे में भी बताया, दैट रफली व्हाट इज द फीस स्ट्रक्चर. उसके बाद यस्टरडे आई टुक यूएस एजुकेशन सिस्टम, मेडिकल एजुकेशन सिस्टम, और तो वो बहुत लेंदी है और उसमें बहुत सारे एंट्री लेवल्स हैं. तो इसलिए ये बहुत लोगों ने मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछा कि आपके पास कोई और ऑल्टरनेटिव है क्या, कि हमें बाहर पढ़ने तो जाना है बट यूएसए जाना है, शायद ऐसा भी कहना होगा उनका, लेकिन ये बहुत लंबा ट्रैक है. जैसा कि हमने कल डिस्कस किया था, I'll just take it in a glimpse that first after 12th you will be doing your BS. While doing BS you'll be preparing for your MCATs. After you get your marks in MCATs and your GPA in BS, you'll apply to different medical schools. Then you'll be called for an interview. You'll sit for an interview, and then you'll be selected for medical schools. Then it will be 4 years of MD. But with MD, you're not allowed to practice. After that, you appear for your USMLE, etc., and then you actually do it in 3 or 5 years, and then your actual practice starts, or you get licensed to practice in US. This is the track for US. अब ये सब सुनने के बाद बहुत बच्चे ये ट्रैक लेते हैं, बट इंडियन सिस्टम में एज वी नो, कल हमने इसका कंपैरेटिव भी किया था कि इंडियन सिस्टम में यूजुअली 5.5 years में हमारा MBBS हो जाता है, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी कैन गेट लाइसेंस टू प्रैक्टिस इन इंडिया. सो विथ कंपैरिजन ये बहुत बड़ा ट्रैक दिखाई देता है हमको यूएस का. ऑल्दो फी स्ट्रक्चर और बाकी के वाइज बाद में डिस्कस कर सकते हैं हम लोग कि वहां पे पीजी में फीस नहीं होती है एक्सेट्रा, बट देन दिस इज द ट्रैक. अब इंडिया में हमको पढ़ना है, फाइन. हमें इंडिया से बाहर जाना है, दैट इज ऑल्सो फाइन. बट यहाँ पर मुझे जो क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, दैट इज व्हाट इज अदर ऑल्टरनेटिव, एनी अदर ऑल्टरनेटिव्स डू यू हैव. तो अभी एनएमसी का नया जो रेगुलेशन आया है उसके हिसाब से आई विल ऑलवेज से दैट यू मस्ट नाउ henceforth गो टू इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग कंट्रीज, क्योंकि एनएमसी के रेगुलेशन में ये लिखा हुआ है. एंड yesterday itself I discussed that if you do your medical education from these 5 countries, that is USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, which are English speaking countries, then after coming back you don't have to take another licensing exam for India. So having said that, these are the countries, popular destinations, and apart from that there is another set of countries which is cost effective, which we call cost effective. मतलब बहुत बजट के अंदर हमारा MBBS हो जाता है, but they are not English speaking countries. अब क्या बचता है फिर, ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर तो देना है कि व्हाट आर अदर ऑल्टरनेटिव्स. तो ऐसा तो होता नहीं है कि ऑल्टरनेटिव्स होते नहीं हैं, खोजने पड़ते हैं. So what are the alternatives now? There is an alternative, the country name is Philippines. And Philippines, why Philippines? Because Philippines again is an English speaking country. Whatever I have done, my study till date or research, whatever I have done, it is the 3rd largest declared English speaking country in the world. Its official language is English. So all the probabilities, the patient to whom you are going to interact speaks in English. That's the positive point of Philippines as a country. It's an Asian country, it's near Singapore, and this is one of the alternatives which people take. Another alternative are North American countries. So roughly there are 23 North American countries. Some of them have got official language English, and some of them don't have their official language as English. But barring that, this set of countries sometimes is also called as Caribbean countries. and many countries are there, and they have their own medical colleges. So these two destinations, apart from the 5 countries we talked, India and cost-effective countries. So these two destinations are there which have got a English-speaking population. And why we are stressing so much on English speaking population? Because all of us know that if you want to crack your exit exam or anything else, or directly to get licensed to practice, you have to do your medical education in an English speaking country. Now, what is the difference? तो हम लोग इसको नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो मैं देने वाली थी उस वो भी किसी ने पूछा है मुझसे, व्हाट इज पाथवे? So these two countries or other countries are called pathway to USA or pathway to UK for that matter. If you want to do ultimately your post graduation in any of these countries, UK, USA, Canada, then you take your undergrad education in these countries and then move on for your post graduation to USA. So this is called as pathway to USA. How to do that? How to achieve that? कैसे करेंगे इसको? क्योंकि हमको करना तो है, मेडिकल तो करना है, अभी ये बाहर जाना ही क्यों है? तो हमने जब इंडियन एमबीबीएस डिस्कस किया था, दैट टाइम वी न्यू दैट द नंबर ऑफ सीट्स इन इंडिया आर लेस एंड देयरफॉर हमको जाना पड़ता है कभी कभी, बट देन वी ऑलवेज हैव टू एंश्योर क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन, बिकॉज हमें ऐसे ही कहीं तो बाहर जाके और मेडिकल की डिग्री लेके नहीं आना है, बिकॉज वी आर ट्रीटिंग ह्यूमंस, वी आर नॉट ट्रीटिंग और वी आर नॉट प्लेइंग विथ मशीन्स, वी आर ट्रीटिंग ह्यूमंस, and therefore it is very important to get quality medical education system. Now, this Philippines was a colony of US for almost 50 years. So the medical system or the module in which this country operates is US module. US module जैसे हमने कल देखा था, what is the US module? That first you do your BS and then you do your 4 years of MD. In case of Philippines, what are the options for you? The same thing that after your 12th and you pass your NEET, then you go to Philippines, then you do your BS. After doing your BS, you give your NMAT. That is an entrance exam. In US, it is MCAT. In Philippines, it is NMAT. But it's a good exam. It's not so difficult. For international students, the passing is 40th percentile. It happens twice a year, and then you crack it while you are doing your BS, and after that you enter into your 4 years of MD. So roughly it takes 6 years. India takes 5.5 years. So this is it. And then parallelly you can study for your post-graduation entrance exam for US, and then you can go to US for your post-graduation. As well, you can come back to India and appear for exit exam and then start practicing. Both the things are possible for Philippines as a country. When we are talking about other things, because many a times other aspects are asked. US के बारे में ये सवाल हमसे कोई पूछता नहीं है. ये 2-3 क्वेश्चन हमने डिस्कस कर लिए हैं. Final destination is US, but it is too long. So I have already discussed that I have provided you 2 pathways. You can take either of them. Then I want quality education. So I want to get best quality education. So yes, you will be getting best quality education as far as my research says. Next question is usually asked by the parents. What about cost of living, food and accommodation? So these 2 countries, Caribbean as a whole island, I'm talking about 28, 29, 23 countries I'm talking about. So many a times, and Philippines, many a times Indian students get Indian food there, and there is an Indian mess also. And the cost of living is okay because conversion rate is not very high. In case of Philippines, the currency difference is not much, and therefore you can sustain with the cost of living almost at Indian standards, or whatever cost of living you require in India, almost the similar cost is required in Philippines. It's an Asian country. Manila is the capital and it's the most populous country. It's almost like Mumbai. It's coastal everywhere, and almost 7,000 islands मिलकर Philippines नाम का देश बनता है. So बहुत सारे capital में भी colleges हैं, सब जगह colleges हैं वहाँ पर. 30-35 colleges are there in Philippines. So I'm not going into that detail of which college and what college, because what we are discussing here on this platform is how to do the medical education and what are the path to achieve my medical degree, to get my post-graduation degree. Because ultimately our all aim is to get a post-graduation degree, not only getting a MBBS degree. Correct. So, cost of living now in Caribbean countries also, usually many of the colleges have got good number of Indian students, as well good number of US students. This is the specialty of Caribbean. What happens, in US, as yesterday we have discussed, so people have to appear for their MCAT, then they go for med school interview, and then the school starts for 4 years of MD. So sometimes US children, after doing their BS, they enter into Caribbean stream, or directly after 12th standard also they enter into the Caribbean stream. उनको advantage क्या होता है that after your 2 years of MD, after you do BS, then you do your 4 years of MD. After 2 years of MD, you can do your hospital rotations in USA. That is the advantage of Caribbean. As well, some colleges in Philippines also provide you rotations, 1 year rotation in US. So ये culminate होके आप देख रहे हैं कहाँ पर आ रहा है? We are talking about pathway to US residency और pathway to UK post graduation. Because कुछ countries Caribbean के ही कुछ islands आपको UK में भी rotations देंगे. So you can go for your core rotations, or you can go for elective rotations in medical into these Caribbean countries also. After Caribbean countries, you can go to UK also. You can go to Canada also. You can go to USA also. These are the alternatives suggested or alternatives provided by, especially by the Caribbean island countries, the colleges situated there. Philippines usually takes you to the 1 year of rotation in US if you want. It's not a necessary thing. If you want, otherwise, you can complete all your 4 years of MD in Philippines and then try for your post-graduation in USA, or come back to India, appear for your licensure exam and start practicing in India, or appear for post-graduation exam in India and do your post-graduation in India. So all the routes and all the ways are possible with both these destinations, with both these countries, that is USA and Caribbean and as well as Philippines. So we have to understand that these are the pathways to USA. We are talking ultimately about the post-graduation admission in USA. So when we are talking about all this, we must understand where are we going to? We are going to do our post-graduation. Very, very important thing, we are going to do our post-graduation. Only MBBS is not enough for us. So I think I have answered this question, what is pathway? So hopefully you understood that pathway is जैसे हम रास्ता है, कहाँ जाने का रास्ता है ये, तो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन के लिए यूएसए जाने का ये रास्ता है जो मुझे समझ में आता है, इसका इनडायरेक्टली ऐसा मतलब है पाथवे का. Then अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आया है, व्हाट प्रिपरेशन वी मस्ट डू. हमको क्या प्रिपरेशन करनी पड़ेगी वहां, हम 12th के बाद हम डायरेक्टली जा सकते हैं क्या? तो यस, यू कैन गो डायरेक्टली इधर टू कैरेबियन और टू फिलीपींस, बोथ इज पॉसिबल. You don't have to do much preparation apart from, yes, the emotional preparation that you are going out of the country, away from your home, and you have to understand that you have to behave yourself properly when you are going out there, and all the things have to be understood related to all these things. So please understand that you are going for your higher studies. When you are going for your higher studies, yes, emotional preparation is always and always required. When we say emotional preparation is always required, apart from that, what is required? The finances your parents may take care of, but apart from that, yes, how are you going? Can you live alone there? And all these things also come into play. So these are the, I think I have answered. Anything else you want to, you can just type down your questions, what preparations you must do regarding that. And then you are all set. Now, exam preparation wise, if this question is related to what exams I have to give, then let me tell you, after 12th standard, you don't have to give any exam apart from NEET in India. That is the government requirement. Many a times you don't get a visa to go to that particular country if you have not passed your NEET exam in India. So that is one of the requirement. Some Caribbean island countries may allow you to go if you don't want to come back to India. But if you want to come back to India, yes, you must pass your NEET and then only go. And day before, I have explained you the difference between eligibility and cutoff. So you must be eligible in NEET exam to go to these countries, so that whatever you are going to do is a smooth thing for you. So these are the two things. This is the preparation. And then for Caribbean countries, you don't require many very, very good colleges sometimes ask for an MCAT scores. That is the score or the exam which you give in US. But in case of Philippines, yes, after your BS, you require your NMAT. But before going to Philippines, there is no entrance exam per se. And this NMAT exam also is a eligibility exam, means you have to get 40th percentile. When I say 40th percentile, you have to get 40th percentile in that NMAT exam as well. You have to pass your BS. तो कल हमने जो यूएसए का प्रोफाइलिंग देखा था, उसी हिसाब से आपको बीएस पास करना है और साथ में एनमैट का एग्जाम देना है. उसमें अच्छे मार्क्स लाना ये नहीं करना है. शायद आपको अच्छे मार्क्स आएंगे तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि हमारे इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स यूजुअली आर एट 95 परसेंटाइल, 94 परसेंटाइल इन फिलीपींस. So it's okay exam. You can prepare well and you can achieve well in NMAT exams. Then this is the track for Philippines. That now let us draw some parallels. You want to go ultimately to USA or UK or Canada. You have entered after your 12th standard into either of the two countries. One is Caribbean, any of the Caribbean countries. Another is Philippines. After going to Philippines, you start with your BS. Same holds true with Caribbean also. Maybe they will be calling it as pre-med. And then in Caribbean, you don't have to pass any entrance exam. In Philippines, after your BS, you have to give NMAT. After giving NMAT, eligibility is 40th percentile. By taking this 40th percentile BS marks, you will be getting your entry into MD. But as an international student, there is no restriction for us that you have to do this, otherwise you won't get admission. Nothing like that happens until and unless you are getting your 40th percentile in the NMAT exam. Then you do your 4 years of MD. अभी आगे जाके इसमें डिफरेंस क्या आएगा कि 3 years MD के बाद आप 1 year के US rotations के लिए जा सकते हैं if you want, because if you take hospital rotations in US, then cracking USMLE and other exams will be more easier. Next track देखते हैं Caribbean का. Same जगह पर खड़े हैं आप. You have passed your 12th exam, you have appeared for your NEET exam, and after that you are moving to any of the Caribbean islands. Then you do your BS or pre-med there. After pre-med, you don't have to appear for any entrance exam. You straight away move to your MD. अब आपके पास ऑप्शन है, either you can do 3 years of MD in Caribbean and 1 year rotation in US, or you can do 2+2, that is 2 years of MD in Caribbean countries and 2 years in US. ये सब क्यों एक्सप्लेन करना है और ये सब की जरूरत क्या है? Because if you are thinking of going abroad, we must know how many destinations are available so that we take informed choices. I usually say that you take your choices based on say 4 C's. And what are the 4 C's? The course they are going to offer you. Then you can also look for the country which you are going to, because we all have our preferences. We all have our preferences regarding the country where we want to study. So country we can choose, then we can choose what else? We can choose the college, yes. To which college? So Philippines is a country in which 33-35 colleges are there. To which college you are going? And the cost. 2 type of cost will be there. One will be tuition fee, another will be accommodation cost, food accommodation, etc. All the other costs. So these 2 costs you have to look for. Same will be true for any North American country or Caribbean country you are trying to go. That what will be my cost of living, what will be my tuition fee, and then if I go to USA, what will be the difference? So all these things you have to take into consideration. So that is now when to take decision. This thing, when to take decision, see, your mental preparation should start, or your plan A, plan B should be in place roughly in your 12th standard when you fill up the form for NEET. Because by the time almost 1.5 years is over and you roughly understand your score. What is your score right now? Because there are many mock tests happening. So you are repetitively giving your mock test. So by the time you are in 12th standard December, when you are filling your NEET form, at the same time, you must roughly understand whether I have to go out or I have to study in India. If I get this much fee structure seat in India, I'll study in India. Otherwise, I will try to go abroad. But while going abroad, I must get quality of education and it must be in my budget, or this is my budget. All this financial planning along with emotional planning, usually you can do when you are in 12th standard for a simple reason. यूएसए मैम ने आपको क्या बोला था, एक साल पहले प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ेगा in your 11th standard itself, because you have to give your SAT etc. But for these two countries you don't have to appear for any exam. बाद में जाके एग्जाम देना है, अभी नहीं देना है. एंड देयरफॉर वैसे कोई बहुत बड़े प्रिपरेशन की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको अपना नीट अच्छे से क्लियर करना है. That is the basic necessity. So roughly timeline I have told you, when should I take decisions. So this is the way you can handle it. I would rather take a drop. अभी इसके बारे में आई एम नॉट द करेक्ट पर्सन टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, but I usually tell my students, those who come to me for counseling, that if you can maintain the momentum for 1 year, then you can definitely score marks. But if you are unable to maintain the momentum, and what do I mean by maintaining the momentum? मैं सुबह उठती हूँ, बुक खोलती हूँ, मैं सुबह उठा, बुक खोला, मैंने, मेरे को लगा अरे ये तो मैं पढ़ के रखा हूँ, ये केमिस्ट्री में वापस से क्या पढ़ना है अभी इसमें. अगर ऐसा माइंडसेट हो रहा है तो फिर इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मेंटेन द मोमेंटम. फिर क्या होता है, एक साल का हमने ड्रॉप लिया, उसके पहले 10 महीने तो हम ऐसे ही निकाल देते हैं कि हमको सब कुछ आता है, और उसके बाद नीट एग्जाम के 1-2 महीने पहले हम वापस पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं. सो मे बी वी आर बैक टू स्क्वायर वन वेयर वी वेयर लास्ट ईयर, जब हमने 12th के पैरेलल नीट का एग्जाम दिया. If you don't want this to happen, then you must be on track, you must be gaining your momentum, your focus should be clear, your willpower should be very strong, and you must always understand that I have to take MBBS and for that this is my target score. इतना फोकस लेकर अगर आप रिपीट करते हैं तो यस डेफिनेटली गुड रिजल्ट्स आते हैं, अदरवाइज कभी कभी मुश्किल हो जाती है. सो yes, hello Asmita, as always she is there. So what else, अभी इसके बाद हमको किस बारे में डिस्कस करना है या किसी बारे में आपको और जानकारी लेनी है? एक क्वेश्चन. Yes, so will you discuss about BDS, BMS etc.? Yes, I'll be discussing about all these degrees in days to come. Maybe tomorrow onwards we can start other medical streams like BMS, BHMS, BDS, BUMS, physiotherapy, nursing. We can take short take on all these degrees maybe. And yes, I will also try to discuss some paramedical degrees also. So आज थोड़ा टाइम ज़्यादा हो गया है, but never mind. So it was good talking to you all when we were having so many questions for me. So we will end this discussion for today. Good night. Signing off, Manjusha Kelkar from Breakthrough Higher Education. Let's meet tomorrow again at 9 p.m.